This episode of The Riff with UCLA Shenanigans is brought to you by the squiggly key in the upper left of your keyboard. What's it for? It's waiting for you to decide. And intro!
Welcome to the Riff podcast, hosted by me, Noah Stern.
And me, Rafe Burstein.
This is the podcast for all the campus comedians to get together and riff a bit about themselves. Let us know what you'd like to hear in the comments. We are watching the comments at uclaradio.com.
We are live.
We are live. So we're joined today by the two wonderful comedians here in UCLA, Kylie Yamada and Andrew Battat.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
Yeah.
Doing very well.
Oh, specify which is which.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Kylie.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. So we like to get to know our guests a little bit before delving into all the topics we have planned out today. Kylie, you're second year, first year?
First year.
First year. What's your major?
Cognitive science.
Wow, cognitive science. I don't know either of those words. Explain that to me.
Well, Pippa explains it as a scam because you get a Bachelor of Science degree without taking any real chemistry, physics, or biology classes, which is how I like to think of it as.
What classes do you take?
Math, programming, psychology.
Very nice. And Andrew, how about you?
I'm computer science.
Okay, wow. Two very heady people in the booth today. Yeah, I'm
Heavy?
heady.
I was going to say, that's quite rude of you to say.
Yeah, look, for the listeners at home, neither Kylie nor Andrew are very heavy at all.
Noah and I, on the other hand.
Yeah, we've got at least 500 pounds between the two of us. Well, okay, maybe not that. Maybe 500 pounds between the me and myself.
500 European dollars.
Yes.
You're more than that.
Yeah, come on. At least
So net worth.
a stronger currency here. Rafe, how have you been doing? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Oh,
been
I
a
had
few days at least.
I had a fantastic time on the retreat.
Right. The retreat. Well, I didn't want this to be too insider baseball, but there was definitely a retreat last weekend. We went to Joshua Tree for Shenanigans members, and it was a lot of fun. Kylie, Andrew, you were there.
Yeah, we were.
It was fun. It was really fun.
Andrew, I didn't ask you. So you're a first year, second year?
Second year.
Second year. Had you been on a club retreat before?
No, I hadn't. I was a little involved in ski and board club last year, so we would do some group trips. So I guess yes, but it felt a little different this time because it's more of an intimate group.
Yeah. It was a tight 30 we had going on the trip, and well, according to our Airbnb, only 7. But that's a different story.
Yeah, we can't legally talk about that.
No, not while there's ongoing litigation.
We'll cut this.
Yeah, edit this, Rafe.
It's too late.
Oh.
We're still live.
We'll keep it in. Kylie, how was your experience with retreat?
I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun. I got to talk a lot to people that I don't normally see because they don't go to sketch, or they go once a quarter. And I think overall it was a lot of fun. And I've never really been to Southern California besides Disneyland, so it was cool seeing like.
You are aware you do go to school in Southern California.
Other than that,
Yeah.
What's it like in Southern California?
I had coyotes everywhere.
Yeah.
I was a little ill for part of it, but I got better, so it was not appendicitis.
Nice. That's always good to hear. Yeah, it was in Joshua Tree, which was just absolutely gorgeous. We got to go out in the national park, which that was my highlight, was being in the park and having the ranger at the gate say, yeah, because of the shutdown, there's no park service, so there won't be anyone patrolling, so please stay safe. And me in the back with, reasons to be scared of law enforcement. I was like, oh, no, perfect. Oh, okay.
They say the government are our unsung heroes.
Well, I certainly wasn't singing any praises for them that day. No, except for park rangers in general. I'm actually a huge supporter of the national park system.
Good work.
Yeah.
Go parks. We're pro parks.
Pro parks. Yeah.
Everyone's making that lip smacking noise in the mic. It makes me want to chew my own earlobes off.
Oh, yeah.
I have a friend listening who's into ASMR, so.
You're welcome.
Oh. Well,
Somebody in the chat just wrote, "We love appendicitis," so you have very interesting friends.
You got fans already.
Rafe, what did you do this weekend?
What did I do? Well, it was Martin Luther King weekend, as we all know. I worked a bit on homework.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, and I went to UCB. I saw a show. It was, I think, called Queer Night. It was all queer
Ooh.
comedians doing improv.
Oh, very fun. Which UCB was it at?
Sunset. Most of the people I saw, I recognized from just seeing them in shows. And then, like, at least one person from College Humor. And as usual, I was
Ooh.
like, oh my God, it's a person I know. And the people around me were like, no one cares, Riff.
Well, that's always fun. Yeah, I was a big fan of College Humor back in the day.
Are they still doing stuff?
Yeah.
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 Always cycling at new people. One day Akila will be on there.
One day,
Yay.
we hope. Just so she's out of our lives.
Oh, that's not a good thing. Let's say boo, Akila.
Boo.
Boo.
You're at a dead website. Boo.
Oh,
Right for cracked.
I like
like
college humor.
Shut up. You're the website.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
So I am very curious. We have a first and a second year here. Where did you guys get your ambition for comedy, and why Shenanigans Comedy Club?
Tell us.
I think most people who join a comedy club have always been interested in comedy. But actually joining the club, I more joined it on a whim. I went to one meeting. I was actually just walking into Powell, and I see Michael, and he's like, hey, come to a sketch meeting. They're meeting outside of Powell. And I was like, okay. So I went to one, and it was a lot of fun. It was interesting to be in a room of comedians. That had been different. Comedic ideas were being exchanged. It was more about, I don't know if I would say more the science or the art. I don't know which is a better word. But people were, the drive was comedy itself, and that was interesting. That was unique, and I stayed.
And you have a theater background?
Yeah, I do. I'm involved in Hooligan. I did 2 shows last year. One is cast, one in crew. And
Yeah,
I did theater
I'd
in high
say
school.
that's a theater background.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And Kylie, what about you?
So I would say I started doing comedy when I started improv in high school. My high school had a comedy sports team. We could not afford the name for my senior year, so it was just BC Comedy, but it was the same style and idea.
Hold on, you got a license comedy sport? The name? Hold on, I was under the impression comedy sports was just like you do comedy sports. It's not like it's like I play baseball. You don't have to be part of the MLB.
Oh no, you gotta pay some dude in Sacramento like $500 to use the name Comedy Sports.
Just for the name?
Yeah, and like you get
What?
like a coaches, access to coaches and
okay.
lessons and stuff through that. But it was expensive.
Yeah, certainly. The 2 improv teams here in Shenanigans are in a constant battle for funding and trying to secure that to get our own coaches. But so far, so good. Yeah. So both of you, I know I've seen you in sketch meetings. I think I've seen sometimes in digital meetings. Stand up?
I'm involved in stand-up.
Nope.
Yeah.
I go to the Tuesday shows sometimes, just as an audience member for fun. But I'm not involved in stand-up really.
I see. Do you guys have comedic inspirations beyond UCLA? I mean, I know you are both STEM majors, so that's certainly a more solid career path than anything I'm doing. Excuse me. But yeah,
If you're sick, please don't cough at me.
I was hoping we could just each cough into these mics and then swap halfway through the show.
Like lick the snowball on the microphone.
Just pass it through all the other radio shows.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. The radio department must have sickness just floating around.
Oh, you're probably right.
I mean, everyone's talking directly into these mics. And have you ever seen someone clean them?
I saw someone drop them on the floor.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's
5-second
pretty good.
rule. Except it applies to cleaning somehow.
Yeah, once it goes on the floor for 5 seconds, it becomes clean, as everybody knows.
Sounds right to me.
You asked the question.
What was the question?
Who cares?
I don't know. Some bullshit about aspirations or some shit. I don't know.
I like writing. I think it'd be awesome to like be a writer full time. I don't know if it's like a little far out, but I think that would be like a dream
Mm-hmm.
for sure. That would be awesome. Yeah.
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 That's great. That's great.
Yeah, I don't have. Well, everyone has. That's. I kind of have those aspirations. You know, I'd love to be a stand-up comedian, a successful one, but I don't plan to pursue it. I more see it as something I like, and it's a powerful skill to be funny. That'll follow you your whole life.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to hit you if they're laughing at you. I learned that at a very young age. It's a great tool for disarming bullies and for charming your friends' parents.
Oh yeah, that's how I started doing comedy and improv. Was I realized people liked me if I made them laugh, and otherwise they just remembered my height. But then it was like, oh no, that's the funny girl. That's not just the short girl.
Listeners,
yeah.
Kylie is 6'2".
Yeah.
She's really insecure.
Really insecure about her just gargantuan height.
She's touching the ceiling right now, and I'm quite frightened.
I hunch over constantly.
I'm so sorry you had to stoop your head to get in through the doorway, but
yeah.
we'll get that fixed. Wow. So you guys definitely have comedy chops. I mean,
Thank you.
oh, there you go.
Listeners didn't know about it. So it's
Whew,
okay.
that was a interesting
Yeah,
high
I am
five. I gotta call that out.
perspirating right
Yikes.
now.
If you've never
It brought a
if you
tear to
didn't-
my eye.
If you didn't go to Laugh Den, you have no idea what I write.
Right.
I was actually in Kylie's sketch in Left End.
That's true. I casted him because I thought he could be pitied.
Yeah, that's a direct quote.
That's good. And so you got into Laugh Den in your first quarter here.
Yeah, that was surprising.
That is surprising. Not that it was you, but just that usually freshmen, first years do not get in Laugh Den their first time submitting.
It's a good
Speaks
sketch.
to the strength of your material. There are some people who've been here for years that did not get their stuff in.
Yeah.
Not me though. I get whatever I want in.
Yeah, Rafe.
I spend like 2 minutes on it. Then Hannah's like, "This is genius," and I'm like, "I just rubbed my butt up against the keyboard."
Yeah, Ray.
No disrespect to Hannah.
Comedic genius. Yeah, that was really cool. Getting to see my sketch in the show because I like wrote it and I was like, I hope they like it, and then they did.
Yeah. I remember the read through of that. It's a really solid premise. Do you want to share for the listeners what their sketch was about?
So my sketch was called Best Years of Your Life. I think it's on YouTube under the name Best Days of Your Life.
There are a couple
Boo,
of variations.
Akila,
Boo! Even though I think both of us have access to that channel, right? I certainly
If I
do.
had access, I would upload the podcast to it.
Really? Oh man, I'll give you access. I have the credentials for that one.
It was also in the program as Best Days of Your Life. So that's basically its name at this point. But
Why don't we just call the program the piss shit while we're at it?
it was
That's how angry I am.
That you still don't have the YouTube credentials?
Yes. I'm angry about everything. That's my gimmick this week.
It's basically about this guy who meets up with his old high school buddies at a reunion, and they're catching up, and they realize, they're like, man, high school was the best years of my life.
Right. Damn. Now you're doing it.
And then it's slowly revealed that the guy has actually had a really shitty life since graduating high school.
And in high school.
Yeah. Honestly, he doesn't have great friends. They stopped talking to him like the day after graduation.
Jessica played his father, I believe.
Yeah, Jessica Block was his father. Michael Pyle was one of his friends, his shitty friends. I wonder why I casted Michael as that. Minu was another shitty friend, and Hannah was a reporter.
I was also in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was a last-minute addition.
That's right.
Rafe is low-key like the unsung hero of Laugh Den. He writes great sketches, is in acting great sketches. We had a recurring bit as Rick and Morty last year.
That's true. Do you want to give the listeners a taste of that?
Give us a taste.
Morty, all these college students are watching us do a performance.
Oh, geez, Rick. I mean, these guys look kind of young to be college students.
Shut the fuck up. We got to get out of here.
Oh, okay. Yes, and goodbye.
And that was our little two-man show.
That was as good as the improv was at the time.
Yeah. God, I hope to God that bit doesn't get revived. I think just any Rick and Morty things in 2019 should just be shelved.
What if we talk about Szechuan sauce? Everyone loves Szechuan sauce.
People are
Everybody
eating that
likes soy sauce and ketchup.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Pretty much. It's, I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
As an Asian person, that's really personally offensive to me.
Yeah, I mean,
The fact that it exists.
As a 1/2 Japanese, 1/4 Jewish, 1/4 white person, I'm offended by this. I'm offended by this combination of my ethnicities.
wow.
Are you only half offended?
Yeah, like the bottom half of me feels alright.
But the top half
It's
is
like
real.
fucked up.
Should that be
Real
the clip
angry.
I isolate this week? The bottom half of me feels all right.
Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. You told me you were Jewish?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Rafe, how come all of our guests are always Jewish?
We're racist.
we're pro-Semitic, is that
Oh,
it?
jeez, Rick. We're real racist. It's a real problem.
Yeah. Wow. So I am now curious. I don't want to harp on Judaism. Did Judaism ever relate to comedy in your upbringing? Was there ever like you had the funny rabbi who told jokes, or
the regular rabbi who thought he was telling jokes.
I feel like, well, even if you are a rabbi that isn't the funny rabbi, you're kind of funny. It's almost required. If you're going to be a leader of the congregation, it's just interesting how that culture has formed. But no, I don't think my comedy has ever been directly related to Judaism. I'm a big fan of Jewish humor.
Right.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, fantastic show.
Yeah.
Love Seinfeld. But no.
and it stops there.
Yeah,
no
what's
one
the
else.
Third example.
Friends.
Friends?
The diversity of that show was amazing.
Wait,
Yeah.
who in Friends is Jewish?
Monica and
I mean, like probably the producers, but
Monica and Ross.
Sure, yeah.
Apparently they wrote Rachel as if she was Jewish,
Yeah.
which I think is a hate crime.
yeah, I think all all just like congregational figures, whether they be rabbis, cantors, priests, whatever, witnesses of Jehovah and otherwise, should just take improv lessons. Dude, that would help any sermon you give. Is just getting up there and being like, yes, and Moses saw a burning bush. And he had a staff that turned into a snake.
Turn
A
your
steak?
sermon into a tight five.
My answer to your question, Noah, is no.
Just no. Okay,
Roll
thank you.
credits.
Let's move on.
Because I didn't know I was Jewish until 6 months ago. But
Whoa, that sounds like a story.
it is a story. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, I've known I was Jewish for about 21 years, so this is crazy to me.
I was
And he's 23. That's when he had his circumcision.
It was a few months ago. It was very painful.
I was in IHOP with my family.
Okay. It is a real story.
Yes, this
You just found out you're Jewish, and it was in an IHOP.
Yes, it was. We were in an IHOP, and we got pancakes, and they brought us butter. They brought us the really tiny, shitty butter packets.
Oh my
you
God.
know?
Where's this going?
My mom
And you were
was-
like, you should bring more, and they should be free. And then you were like, hold on a second, I'm falling into a stereotype.
and my mom was like, she was trying to hide it in her sleeve. And I'm like, why? I'm like, we have butter at home. Why are you doing this? And she was like, oh, it's the Jew in me. And I'm like, you can't say that because I thought she was a wasp for all this time.
What if she is a wasp, which she's just covering? And she was like, oh, that was actually quite anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pretend that I'm Jewish.
Thus creating identity issues for my child.
And then I was like, and then she like goes this whole story of how her mom's family was Jewish and all of that. And
All made up on the spot.
And I had a bar mitzvah.
I looked at my
Mom, for women, it's called a bat mitzvah. Oh, of course, yeah, I knew that.
I love wearing those Jewish caps, the yarmulke's.
And I looked at my dad, who's like, who did not get along well with my mom, for the record, and he was just like sadly nodded. Yeah, she's telling the truth. And like,
Everyone sounds anti-Semitic in this family.
no, and he was just like, no, No, and then I was like, I still don't think you can make that joke. And then she
Or
was,
steal the butter for that
Yeah,
matter.
that's not
She
her butter.
distracted you.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the
this
real
whole
issue.
time when she was like, yes, and your grandfather, she was just secretly like, okay, now the syrup. Just putting syrup in her purse.
And then I was like, oh, I still don't think you can make that joke, really. And she was like, you can't say that to me. My uncle died in the Holocaust.
Wow.
Play that card.
And that was the moment that I left IHOP.
So 3 minutes into knowing you were Jewish, you already had a Holocaust excuse.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
solid.
like it's like
Yeah.
I'm
People have to wait longer.
and I'm already Japanese, so I already have enough camp-related guilt for my parents to use against me.
No.
Last week we were talking about camp, but a different kind of camp.
Yeah, we're talking about nice, peaceful summer camp.
Let's move on.
Oh God! Wow. I mean, so that has that sparked any questions within you?
Like identity issues.
Like, why is this night different than all other nights?
I feel.
If you were Jewish for longer, you'd really get that joke.
Just a few minutes
Come
longer.
back in a week. You'll go, oh, that was solid.
Like, we'll be recording and you'll just pop your head and be like, I get it! I ain't laughing, but I get it.
What's a thinker?
I did. I don't know. I've always felt a strong personal connection.
To the
IHOP.
Jews. Yeah,
to IHOP.
to IHOP.
I don't know. It's like I always thought it was an interesting religion and culture because, as it turns out, I was the only Jew in my high school. But
Wow.
which is
It's always great to be the only one of something in your high school.
yeah. It's
Everyone values you for how special you are.
yeah.
What were you the only one of?
I don't know. The most boring person there.
That's most of something. So.
Being the only Jew in a school is like when you get a box of cereal of like shredded wheats or whatever, and there's that one that's connected.
Ooh, that's
so it's a
big.
double.
Yeah.
And like you're like amazed and like you want to look at it, but you also don't really want to interact with it because you're scared it might break.
Then the kids
Is the
beat up the
wheat a
cereal.
metaphor for your penis?
Yes, and Wheaties is a metaphor for Judaism.
Okay.
And
And just a bunch of foreskin. Would you eat a cereal that was just foreskin in a box?
Yes.
the advertising just definitely says enhanced to show
Foreskin-os.
texture.
Oh, what if they serve that at IHOP? Mm.
Just the tips. That's
Just
the
the
tagline.
Oh man, I got like 4 Jewish
I'm gonna
jokes
throw
that
up in
the
my cup.
punchline is and keep the tips.
I purchased a Cards Against Humanity Jewish pack, and I thought it'd be some funny jokes, but it was just the laziest shit, which I think finally made me get tired of like certain Jewish jokes because I was like, all right, what sort of in jokes? Okay, first one just says bags of money and Frank's house, concentration camp. You spent 2 minutes on these, didn't you? And I was like, you always know it's a good joke when the joke hasn't changed in 40 to 1800 years.
Staple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's bad when the Cards Against Humanity definitely could work in Inquisition Spain.
I'm like, oh, there's one about the Jews controlling the media. That's indistinguishable from actual anti-Semitism. You know it's a good joke.
Yeah, half of anti-Semitism is just recording what Jews say to each other in casual conversation, and then just repeated by Gentiles. From a guest in chat, I was the only drag queen in my high school.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Chat's been saying a lot of weird things.
Yeah,
Well,
One
I
of
don't
them
know if you-
posted a YouTube link. We can't click on it.
Yeah, not only oh god, we can click on it. Oh shit.
Oh, or
I-
we can report it.
I really hoped that links in chat we couldn't click on, so I could say, "Sorry, boss, we can't click on it."
I also see someone saying half of Kylie's 6'2" body is doing all right. And then I heard Kylie was ripped, that she had a six-pack.
She is, yeah. It's actually
What was
quite
the YouTube
intimidating.
video? Let's see.
Oh god.
It's 3 minutes long. Oh, it's
Oh!
Best Years of Your Life.
It's the
Oh,
sketch.
nice.
Oh,
Who's
thank
watching?
you.
Who looked
Good.
this up?
Thanks.
Thank you. Whoever posted that in chat, I'm actually thankful you posted it. Thank you.
If it was
Let's just play it for the listeners.
I don't know if audio does not come through.
Let's narrate it. All right, so you got 3 handsome men in a chair.
Hey,
One of them
nice.
being Andrew.
Woo.
And wow. Okay. Well.
And it
please-
ended.
Yeah. Please.
That
please
was funny. You're really good.
do
Thanks.
not post things in chat, or else I will roast you for it. Yeah.
Oh, no, I have a confession to make. Oh, actually, I have two things to say.
Oh boy.
First of all, do you remember the podcast you did with Sibby a couple months ago?
Oh yeah, that was the last one before winter break. That was a good one.
I was in the chat and I kept roasting the Bay Area in that one.
That was you? That was you? Oh my God, you have no idea how angry you made me. I was legitimately upset there was someone in chat roasting the Bay Area. I was in there being like, you don't know shit if you think the Bay Area was shit. And I thought you were like one of Sibby's dork-ass Connecticut friends. So I was like, you Connecticut-ass motherfucker, you don't know shit about Bay Area. It's a beautiful town with rich history and culture.
Bay Area is a beautiful town, is it?
Yes, the town of Bay Area. Fuck you, Kylie. God. I was coming into this booth so calm and so collected and so not winded for biking here. And here we are with fucking Kylie Yamada making it real clear she wants to push my buttons.
The other thing
I need a breather.
The other thing I have to say, I should have said this earlier when we were talking about why I picked Shenanigans. Anyway,
and we can edit all this out.
So at my first,
Snip. Don't even worry.
at my first sketch meeting, Michael Pyle came over and sat next to me outside Powell.
Oh,
and
God.
He started talking to me.
Yeah, okay. Michael Pyle comes to sit with you after a meeting and he starts talking to you. Just so you know, for most women, that doesn't end in a positive experience.
He can
All right,
unhinge his
continue.
jaw like a basket shark.
And I don't know, we made conversation, and then eventually he was like, "Oh, what are you listening to?" Because I had headphones in for a while, and he was like, and I was like, "Oh, music." And he said, "Oh, you don't listen to a comedy podcast? You're not gonna fit in."
Ooh.
And then our conversation ended.
Nice.
Yeah. See, Mike. Oh,
And then he
Michael.
went home and killed himself.
I wish.
Really miss him.
Yeah.
I don't. God, I just spent
High school,
48
best years of your life. Am I right?
Just spent 60 hours with him.
Yeah, on retreat, the rule that no bedroom doors were to be locked was made specifically for Michael Pyle. I literally
masturbating.
in the meeting. No, that would be better. Then I'd be like, just use a bathroom, dude. No, I in manager meeting, I was specifically like, okay, and we this is a very strong bonding event. We want people to be
He was
closer
bonded in
as
there.
friends. And they were like, yeah, we don't want Michael to. And I was like, so we're going to keep doors unlocked. And that's how we're going to do things. Yeah. Retreat, I think, as a whole went very smoothly.
Very
Yeah,
well.
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one fucked.
No one
No
fucked,
one
as far as I know.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Airbnb host threatened to fuck me, but yeah, that was actually
was-
resolved pretty nicely.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm sure they're gonna have fun looking up Shenanigans Bible Camp on UCLA and seeing
my
this
God.
come up.
Yeah, Rafe, Akila wrote in the guest book for this Airbnb, which we were on very thin ice. We were basically told to leave, and Furkan and I convinced him to let us stay. And she writes, Shenanigans Comedy Bible Camp, then proceeds to draw a cross, but she herself isn't Christian, so she drew a plus sign,
Classic.
and then under it wrote Corinthians 4:20, which actually I looked it up, and Corinthians 4:20 is a quotable verse. So
What
she's
is
read
it?
it there. That's something that's like, through the power of God, the wrath will be divine, or something like that.
Oh, that's perfect for Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Also, not ominous at all, coming back home, looking in your guest book and seeing, through the wrath of God, the punishment will be extreme.
Yeah. It was a good time, though.
I think that was one of the pictures you guys shared on the group chat. My favorite thing about not going on retreat is getting all the pictures afterwards of people having a better time, their time than I
Hey,
am.
you got to see a college humor person.
Yeah.
Which one? Who was it?
Is
Okay,
it-
the
is
only
it
name in my
recent
head is
college humor?
Kylie, and I know it's not Kylie.
Recent
Allie
college-
Beardsley.
Oh, I like Allie.
Yeah.
She's funny on those videos.
I've seen her in at least 2 improv shows, and she's funny.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
then one of the people, and this is not interesting, was my substitute for a week for my improv class. I wanted to be like, hey, you remember me? But I knew he didn't. Because he's already transcended into the famous atmosphere without me.
Because he's still performing at UCB shows.
I mean, you would never recognize his face or name.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's exactly what I thought every time I saw Noah the first month we knew each other.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember me.
Oh, Kylie, I remembered you from the get-go. I saw you and I went, that 6'2" woman is someone to keep my eye on.
Yeah, you don't forget that height.
I heard Kylie Ren is shredded.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
Kylie Ren now. Because I
Kylie-
finally remembered what that was a reference to.
I dressed as Kylo Ren for Halloween a couple years ago, and I still have the mask.
Nice. Dude, you should bring that back for us.
Can you do the voice?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
God, what's one of his quotes?
John Boyega, I'm a whiny motherfucker.
I don't like
God.
sand.
I will finish what you started.
Wow. That,
doing
coincidentally,
the
that's
Star
what
Wars
I
music.
said when looking at my leftovers this morning. Oh, speaking of, no, for real though, I got a brisket sandwich at Jerry's Famous Deli in Studio City last night. This is just a portion of the podcast where I talk about
Our
my favorite
ratings are
Jewish delis.
dropping.
Dude, it was great. And hey, if anyone in chat has Jewish deli recs, it doesn't even have to be in LA. I want them. I'm going. I'm always on the hunt for the best pastrami.
Last week we talked about, what was it, the best miso soup or something?
That sounds
Oh.
something that we would have said, yeah.
I had to listen to the episode, so I heard it twice.
What were we saying about miso soup?
Pippa gave a very long recipe for soup. Maybe it wasn't miso. Maybe it was lentil. I don't know.
It was probably
Oh.
lentil. I'm going to be honest. Pippa does not seem like a miso kind of gal.
I mean, if there's
Way
one
to be
thing we can
honest.
judge her for based on appearance, it would be that.
Can you imagine like being bullied online, cyberbullied? It's like, you ain't miso shit, girl. You don't know shit about beads.
Oh, they did a bit at
Sawyer, otherwise.
at the improv show I saw. They did a bit about one straight kid in an all-queer high school being bullied for being straight, and then everyone's just dancing around him going, "Ha ha, you're represented in media." My friends appreciated that one.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Someone I went to middle school with, posted a long Facebook status that was basically fan fiction with that same premise of what if everybody was gay and there was one straight person in a school. And it was supposed to be very woke, I guess, but it just read like a bad 50 Shades of Grey. And it was a weird thing to post on a public Facebook.
Have you read 50 Shades of Grey?
Only cover to cover.
I have a friend who had the entire trilogy
Front
on
and
her
the
phone.
back cover.
Yeah, only the front where I went, and then I turned around and went, nah. Let's see if the quotes by other authors I haven't heard of it will entice me to read this book.
Someone in the chat said, "My gay dog is cool." I bet.
I bet.
I'm sure.
He barks up my tree. Okay, enough from you.
Enough from you. Enough.
More from them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do you think dogs have any concept of sexuality, or is they just like,
Oh.
I am horny, I will
Yeah, I
hump?
think it's more sexual drive.
Andrew
Yeah.
knows this.
Do I? What?
Doesn't your dog
He's a horny dog.
Your dog humps everything.
She is a bit of a humper, at least when she's in high heat. Most of the time, she's good. But yeah, I think it's more just a drive. It's, I get this out now. Because, she's spayed. She's not going to
Right.
reproduce. She doesn't have a
Right.
concept. Now we need an offspring.
Yeah. Dogs can't masturbate, so.
Dogs can
I
Ooh,
would
twist.
say they can.
Ooh, go on.
No.
I highly implore you to YouTube dog jerk self off.
Chat.
Chat, do your thing.
Drop
post
that
it.
link. Yeah.
Because I have seen it. It's not even like well, dogs can't masturbate. Nope. It's very funny. It's a small dog on two legs, and it's using its front two legs to do exactly what you think it's doing.
We're talking about a male dog here.
Oh yeah, it's a male dog.
It's harder for the female dog, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you got the claws. That one.
No.
felt good.
Oh god. No.
No,
Also,
no.
don't think dog anatomy is similar to human anatomy.
I mean, have you seen a dog wiener? I have a picture on my phone of this dog in a car, like in a car seat, and then you think it's cute, and then you look down, and you're like, that dog is very erect.
Yeah.
And it looks like a
Even
a
cuter.
sharpened thumb, like
Yeah,
a lipstick tube.
A little red rocket.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it makes me unhappy in ways that I cannot express verbally.
my
Be more judgmental of that dog. Why don't you?
speaking of cars and dogs and cars,
The next Pixar movie, Dogs and Cars.
I had a friend
Oh, there we
growing up.
go.
Oh, this better be it.
For roughing it.
I had a friend growing up who just thought it was so funny to give our other friend Daniel his dog a boner, and it happened like more than once.
His defense, that's pretty funny.
I mean, it was pretty funny, but like it was also like, don't blue ball this dog, and then he'd be like, the dog doesn't even have its balls. It's like, well, then why is it getting so erect? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That link is not okay, says somebody.
Says somebody. Well, I am not going to. Oh, yep. This is the video.
It looks like a kangaroo.
For the viewers at home, it is a Chihuahua on 2 legs, humping its hands.
I don't want to look at it.
A pause. Yeah.
The name of the video is
Looks
Chihuahua Little Dog Jerking Off, and then in all caps, very funny.
Just in case you needed any questions.
By the way,
about how funny. I'll give that YouTube poster some credit.
I read
It is
the
very
first
funny.
part of the title. I was like,
Like, is this supposed to be sad? I don't know what emotions to be. Oh, very funny.
Can we put this video on the no playlist?
Definitely share that in every Slack you're a part of. Just blast it.
Yes, all my audience members at home, all my friends at home who don't have Slacks, share it in all the Slacks.
yeah, drop it in the Slack.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I have seen that dog jerking off video, and that's not the
believe you.
one I was thinking of before.
What?
The other one I'm thinking it was definitely like a terrier or like a
Seen 'em
bulldog.
all.
I've seen enough for my lifetime.
Yeah.
How many is that?
Just the one
The
is
one.
good.
That seems like
I'm never
enough.
going to be like, you know what? I want to come back to this.
What if someone's like, "Hey, I found this new dog jerking off video. You gotta see it. You gonna watch it?"
No.
No.
This is a true story. So I have a friend that goes to San Jose State, and he had a friend that had joined a fraternity. And part of the like hazing process or whatever was he had to find a porn video every morning and submit like a paragraph long biography of the actress in it, and also a description of everything that happens in the video. And he had to send this to the group chat with the frat like every morning.
Oh my God.
And one of the people in the group chat was his RA. So if he was late with it, his RA would knock on his door and be like, "Yo, hurry up with that shit."
Oh my God.
Noah, do you watch porn?
Hit us with it.
What's your favorite kind?
My favorite kind of porn.
Sexual.
Don't
yeah.
say animals.
No, that wasn't.
Don't say something that would get
at
us
all what
yanked
I was
off the
gonna
air.
say. No.
I know it was on the tip of your tongue.
Yes, on the tip of the tongue, I was like, oh man, I hope Rafe doesn't tell me not to say animals, because
Yeah.
that's definitely what I'm thinking
It's
right
kind of
now.
go-to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to defer the question to you.
My kink is when people show love and affection towards their partners. Excuse me.
Damn.
I watch porn, but it's love porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I Google, like, people appreciating
Yeah.
each other,
Yep.
and man asks woman how woman's day was.
Yeah. Man listens intently.
Yeah.
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 And then I'll get results that are like, far too many holes for my taste. Excuse me.
Rafe.
I would
Oi!
the only hole I want is the hole in my heart being filled with sweetness.
He brought it back.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Or dog boners. You know,
Or dog
either.
boners. It's one of the two.
Either.
Yeah.
Mainly the second one.
Yeah.
Chat is going off talking about dog boners. It's a hot dog, a red hot dog boner.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Here's a great one. I like porn of people crying over their cereal. Yeah, specifically cereal. So,
Furkan, is that you?
yeah, that's definitely.
What about
Furkan's
oatmeal,
definitely a
like
jerk
hot
off over
cereal?
cereal kind of guy.
Hot cereal?
Hot
Does that
cereal.
count? Yeah.
What is a hot cereal?
Oatmeal.
Okay. Now, normally,
Yeah.
I would just let that question go by.
Yeah.
But I have to examine that.
Yeah.
Because you can't call oatmeal hot cereal when the only hot cereal is oatmeal.
Wait, what?
Okay. You don't say like, what do you like, hot or cold cereal? That question has never been asked. Okay. And then if you're like,
Wait,
I like
why has that question never been asked?
Because every
just asked
cereal
it.
is cold. No one's like, okay, like
What about hot cereal?
because that's not hot cereal. Isn't a
You're
thing.
just
It's
contradicting yourself over and over.
If you say hot cereal,
Hot
I
cereal.
think of hot milk with like Lucky Charms.
You're wrong.
Or like Rice Krispies.
It's oatmeal.
Okay, right. But there's a word for that, and it's oatmeal.
Yeah, there's a word for what you're doing right now. It's called lactose intolerance.
That's good.
I love almond milk. All right, so
We're still on
name
this, yeah.
one more hot cereal.
Name another cold cereal besides
Porridge.
cereal.
Porridge.
Cream of wheat.
Granola is a great
Porridge.
one.
Porridge.
Granola kind of.
Hold on.
outta here,
One
porridge.
just came to my mind. I'm going to say porridge.
Would you consider granola and yogurt a cereal?
No.
No. Okay, good. Neither
Yeah,
do
so
I.
fuck off, chat.
Yeah, fuck off, chat. Gooey cereal. Yeah, fuck you.
Maroon
Hey,
is navy
Eric,
red.
Eric, go home.
Yeah.
Can someone link a Google Images search of hot cereal?
Oh,
somebody link-
it's gonna be scantily clad women. And,
Can the listeners
in
search
cereal
up blue
boxes.
waffle?
It's gonna be scantily
no.
clad men. You know that. All my friends are gay.
okay, not sure where that sentence started and ended, but I'll take it.
It's the next
Yeah,
hit
wait,
children's
what?
book by the guy who did All My Friends Are Dead. It's All My Friends Are Gay.
It's actually a sequel.
Oh, chat wants to know, did you watch the porn with your RA? Or not you, but did your friend? Your friend, in quotes.
He's not my friend. I don't know.
They're just your porn buddy. What's going on here?
Okay. He's not mine. He's a friend of a friend
Okay.
who goes to San Jose State. So go to San Jose State and find this guy and ask him.
What is
Okay.
their? What is his first and last name?
Yeah. Is it
Social Security
Kylie and Yamada? Because that's what you're making it sound like.
That's
No, it's my good friend Schmiley Schmanada.
He's half Korean and 1/4
Jewish.
Jewish.
Oh yes, we're going to the made-up Jewish ethnicity well again.
Oh my god. So cold cereal could be either corn-based, like Corn Flakes, could be
it's cereal.
rice-based, like Rice Krispies.
It's milk plus cereal that is cold.
Right. No, we're in total agreement
Sure.
there.
Yeah. Common ground.
No arguments there. Okay. But how about is Cookie Crisp a cereal?
Yeah,
Crisp,
of course.
Yeah,
Cereal
right.
brand.
Right. Now, if I were to pour hot milk over
I
that,
thought we were done talking about cereal.
our logo is a cereal bowl with a microphone.
Oh boy.
Good rebuttal.
Oh, God.
I'd fuck the cinnamon. God, let me look him up again. The cinnamon toast crunch guy.
Oh yeah, Kylie has. This is her first time, so she hasn't given her answer. I mean, now she has,
Cinnamon
but
It's the cinnamon toast crunch guy.
Yeah, let me look
What
him
is
up.
this? Can you
the
look
fat,
him up?
the fat chef.
Okay.
Let me look him up.
Hot cereal, malt oatmeal,
We have
Bob's Red Mill.
Oh no, it's
gluten-free.
just the individual toast crunches.
Oh, those.
I'd
Do you crave those crazy squares?
I'd fuck them.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our listeners, we were linked to a Google image search of hot cereal because
shout
I'm
out to whoever did
incapable of
that.
Googling
Appreciate it.
myself.
Just some oatmeal and some cream of wheat
It's oatmeal and cream of wheat,
Bang,
which
bang, 1, 2.
honestly aren't those the same thing?
and grits.
How do you make a cream out of wheat? You can't milk a wheat. I think.
I don't know how you make it.
Why has
but
no one ever
someone
asked this
does.
question before?
Yeah. Oat bran. So all this stuff is just telling me hot cereal is oatmeal.
And cream of wheat.
Right, but if you
And
came over to my house for a
porridge.
sleepover
Yeah.
and you were like, man, what a fun night. Do you have any breakfast before I go? And I was like, yeah, I got some cereal. And you're like, perfect. I love cereal. What kind? And I was like, cream of wheat. You would be like, I'm never coming here again.
You know,
Yeah, because I don't like cream of wheat.
Also, why'd you say it like that? If someone
clearly
was like,
misled
if someone was like, oh yeah, I got some cereal, and I'm like, what kind? And they're like, Apple Jacks. I'm like, whoa, calm down, buddy. Did I kill your family on the way out?
Do they still make Apple Jacks?
Yes, they
it's
got
in-
the racist cinnamon stick and the apple who just wants to be loved.
it's in the dining halls. I eat it with my frozen yogurt.
Go-to
With your
cereal
RA
brand?
you watch
Play.
porn with. Sorry, your friend watches porn with.
What's your go-to cereal brand?
Oh, so the best one is the Honey Bunches of Oats.
Ooh, good one.
Oh, great
Big.
pick.
Best one.
Big fan.
Big
Um,
pick.
But
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't always have it in the dining hall, so I
sorry.
usually get the chocolate pebbles.
Interesting choice.
Solid.
A
How do you
Cocoa
feel about
Puffs?
Special K?
No, the chocolate. It's like Fruity Pebbles, but chocolate.
Oh, which is basically it's Fruity
Cocoa
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles were just sugar flavored Rice Krispies,
Yeah.
right? And Cocoa Pebbles are just coca flavored.
Coca.
Is it?
Cocaine flavored.
Not cocaine.
Yeah, cola is
Coca.
not coca flavored.
Hold on. Coca is no cacao. I'm dumb. All right. No, you're right. You're right. Cacao is what I'm thinking of.
Isn't that like a karate stance?
Cacao.
Yes.
I think anything's a karate stance if you hit someone hard enough.
Yeah.
Can we stop talking about cereal?
Yeah. Even though the logo for the Riff podcast is a bowl of cereal, it was one bit we're trying to get away from.
And Andrew listened to like half a podcast, you guys.
What?
Um,
Yes, I did. I listened to
tell-
the Michael Clark and who was there? Carl.
yeah.
Oh, that was our parvum opus.
I don't speak French, but
was
It's
a
the
great
opposite.
podcast.
It is the nadir of the show.
I love
It
that.
was great. I really enjoyed it.
I love that episode. My favorite part
Did you?
was
I did. It
yeah,
was fun.
I laughed a lot.
I am like refusing to listen back to it.
Oh, it was
because
very funny.
was it?
Oh, yeah, I
I
thought it was
remember
great.
in the moment just thinking, this is going absolutely nowhere.
It was also funny because I know them, and when Carl would come to the mic and go, "Hey, I'm Carl," that was funny.
You should listen to God, you should. No, my
I
favorite
should
part.
listen to God.
That's,
Big words.
my favorite part was when like Clark was like, "Hey Noah, ask Michael about his living situation." And I was like, "Michael, what's your living situation?" And Michael's like, "I'm in a single," and that was the conversation.
We talked about Michael having a single.
Yeah.
I'm having PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah, that was for those who are not informed to that show. It was our first and only episode where we had 3 guests, and we thought, oh, 3 guests, triple the comedy. No, somehow it was a third of the comedy. Yeah, that was a rough one, and it's on our YouTube channel.
I
Yeah.
remember you saying to me, you were like, how would people, if you edited that, Rafe, how would people know, how would people get my jokes the next week, where I talked about how that was a slow episode, and my mom was like, you don't have to worry about that, Rafe, it came across.
it was great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Someone in chat posted a link to a Judy Garland and Liza
Oh
Minnelli
my God.
video about cream of wheat.
Ooh.
First off, it's not 1920. I don't need to see these women anymore. Okay. Second,
Wait, the box is in color. Nothing else is in color.
yeah, I think this is a poorly photoshopped vertion.
I don't want to see this.
Yeah, this is bad.
I don't want to see anything the chat has to offer anymore.
You know what's great? I can actually ban people in chat. So guest
No, you can
4897.
report it
No,
to
that's
whoever.
my
Oh
friend.
shit! I accidentally
Guess
clicked report.
4897?
Oh, can I
No,
unreport?
unreport them.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
I'm
They're
sorry,
reported.
Derek.
I'm actually 100% sure who sent in that video. His name is Giancarlo Lazzaria. He is a drag queen.
Nice.
Do not support his drag.
Wow! I thought you'd be like, I don't support his
not
cereal,
support
but I do support his drag.
That was
I'm
an
a nice
order.
friend.
Off the top of your head, is he Jewish?
He is not. He's Mexican.
Okay, just so you know,
Person.
not mutually exclusive. My cousins are half Mexican, half Jewish. Just putting that out there.
He's atheist, Catholic, full Mexican.
Okay.
So.
Still, could be Jewish mixed in there.
I
I don't
You
know
never
if you're aware, but Mexican is not a belief system.
You're not like, yeah, I'm going to church for my Mexicanism. No.
You know what? Maybe he's Jewish now. Who knows? Maybe he found out in IHOP 6 months ago. Anyway, his Instagram is Amy Bipolar Drag. Do not follow him. Do not like his posts.
Wow.
You can find him at Noah, but no arc.
Do not
That's my
comment.
Twitter, okay? Don't even. I want people to follow me on Instagram, not Twitter. I mean, both is preferred, but we can get. We have a whole plug section at the end.
Yeah.
We'll plug there. Viewer in chat says UCSB Dining Commons only have Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, I know who's.
That's some
who's-
bullshit
Well,
right
that's
there.
bullshit.
That shit pisses me off.
That's
I mean-
your problem because you went to a sub-tier UC.
wow. Go for the gut.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but only?
Yeah,
You're
it's,
sleeping on Special K.
Like I've always said, Cinnamon Toast Crunch
only
is a
one.
great secondary cereal
Ooh.
because
It's a great
for
bachelor
mixing,
cereal.
for mixing, because by
Ooh.
itself it's too sugary.
It's too much.
and you
It's too
definitely
much.
need like a Raisin Bran, a
plain
corn flake.
Cheerios.
Oh, a plain Cheerio
Yeah.
is a
Rice
great primary.
Krispies.
Okay. Andrew, I am curious,
Yeah.
off the top of your head, name your favorite primary mixing cereals.
Okay, that would have to be chocolate Rice Krispies and Rice Chex.
Oh, Rice Chex. Yeah. Now, I am a strong believer in Rice Chex because they serve a great base
Yes.
for other
Crunchy.
cereals. They're very
Very
crunchy.
They're airy too.
They take up space in the bowl.
They do, yeah.
But you can add more, and sometimes even, like if you have a nice Rice Krispie,
Yeah.
something more flaky,
Yes.
they get in to the empty spaces.
That's the dream.
That's
We're
the
all
dream.
going for that.
If you can get a bite, that's 2 cereals.
Yeah,
You're
it's nice.
sailing out.
One of these days. I've never had one. I've just heard.
No,
Yeah.
the elusive double bite cereal.
Sounds great.
We can only imagine. Rafe, do you have any cereal preferences?
I'm all cerealed out, honestly.
Do you have any other topics of conversation?
Besides cereal?
Why do we need more than one?
Yeah.
We've never gone over all of my great questions.
Then go-
that I
let's
formulated.
go through
Let's
them.
do
Hit
some
us.
rapid fire
Okay.
Hit us.
Who are you supporting for the 2020 Democratic nomination?
I'm
haven't made up my
supporting
mind.
AOC. She's not of age yet, but one day she will be.
What, she's 29 now? You
Yeah.
got to be 35?
Yeah.
All right, in 6 years for
Okay, I've
2024, she got my vote.
Would you rather fight Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or fight Street Sharks?
Teenage
Street
Mutant
Sharks,
Ninja
'cause
Turtles.
they die.
Because
Tell me
on
why.
Is
I
Street
could
Sharks like when there's a flood and like there's ankle deep water and
Yeah.
there's a
And they're
shark-
just flopping up. I'd kick its ass, honestly.
Dude, TMNT, I would get their autographs from my brother. He's 35, but I think he'd appreciate that.
You have a 35-year-old brother?
Yes, he has a daughter.
Wow.
How tall is he?
Is it you?
He is.
What's it like to be an aunt?
Well, I have
What's
three.
it like to be your own aunt?
I have 3 nieces.
Wow.
Nieces.
I have a older 30-year-old sister.
That's
No
less.
kids.
That's less
Get on it.
interesting.
Come on
because
now.
you're
kids.
21. But
Your thing was less interesting than my thing.
yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
Let's bring it back to me.
He's 17 years older than me. I have a sister who's 13 years older than me, and she has 2 daughters. I have another sister who's 6 years older than me, and she can't drive.
Were you an accident?
There are more graceful ways to say that, Andrew.
Would you say you're an accident?
Almost certainly yes.
Oh, my God, Kylie.
What month were you born?
May 31st.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah. That's
Give us the
accident
math in
month.
the comment sections below.
Oh, yeah.
April, March, February, January, December, November, October,
Keep giving us months.
September,
Yeah, we're almost
coming.
there. Come on.
August.
August.
I was conceived in August.
Yeah, so a hot summer month.
Yeah. Can I ask?
Right.
You don't have to
Bastille
answer.
Yeah,
Day.
answer. Ask me.
Same set of parents for all these people?
Yes.
You're definitely an
They
accident.
got separate. They separated 2 years after I was born. So.
Oh.
Look how that worked out.
Yeah. I mean, hey, she's
So-
at a top-rated university with
Yeah.
multiple cereal options.
My brother actually has said to me multiple times, "I can't believe you turned out as normal as you have."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an honest brother.
Bastille Day is in July. I messed up.
Yeah.
What? I
No,
can
he's
guarantee
right.
you not a single person gives a fuck about Bastille Day.
I do.
you?
Clearly, Google does.
People in the chat talk about how much you love Bastille Day.
Ooh, Kylie,
some-
the accident Yamada.
That's what the
they-
chat has dubbed you as.
Yeah.
I think the accident.
The 6'2" accident.
Oh, man.
6'2".
My
Sliding
parent-
out of the womb fully grown.
My brother's 5'6". That's what someone asked that earlier.
How tall is his partner?
5'1", 5 feet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
what?
you...
Wait.
Your nieces and nephews aren't going to get any taller.
My sister married a guy who's 6'2", so
I
They will
was
get taller.
shamed recently because I asked someone who I thought I could trust. I said, this was just after a cursory Google search. I said, Yao Ming's parents were 6'2" and like 6'6", yet Yao Ming is like 7'3". And I was like, how could a kid be taller than their parents? And she looked at me and said, Noah, you're in college. How do you not know basic genetics? And I was like, I'm sorry. That's a question.
We
That
didn't
doesn't
learn
make
that
sense.
in history.
Yeah.
We didn't learn that when I was learning that everything is on the East Coast.
just
Every East
By
Coast.
that logic, people could only get shorter.
Oh, okay. Now I am seeing the flaw in my reasoning. Yeah.
Noah, you're in college.
But like,
Money
okay,
well
no,
spent.
that does make sense. But like, okay.
No, the first
You know what?
first
Okay.
people who were ever created in this world were 100 feet tall. It's only gotten shorter since.
I'm the last evolution of humanity.
Yes. Your
Oh,
children will
Lord.
be 2 feet tall,
Yeah.
cursing Noah for bringing the reality of genetics to their world.
Christina Delgado just requested to follow me on Instagram.
Oh, you gotta. Christina Delgado's a pleasure.
A pleasure to follow.
Yeah, well, to have follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, speaking of Instagram, it's time to wrap a bow on this thing.
It's time for plugs.
Time for plugs.
Do you guys have anything to plug? Any upcoming shows? Any stand-up? Any sketches? Any Instas or Twitters?
No, if you see me on campus, give me a high five.
I'm at Seabird Lorna,
What?
SEABIRD_LORNA on literally everything.
Link it in the chat.
Link chat. Put it in the
Chat.
chat.
Get Samaritan.
The chat wants us to talk about God more. I will deny that request.
Yep, that's gonna be a hard axe from us. You don't want 3 1/4 Jews talking about God.
I think Laugh Den is always week 9 Friday, so
Yeah, it's like May
Look forward to
7th,
that.
I think, or May 8th.
It's
May?
6 weeks
May?
from now.
May Noah.
May, June. Okay, March. M months are difficult.
He's
for
a
me.
history
them
major.
up.
He's only learned one thing.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
And he learned it
cognitive
incorrectly.
Computers like you are. Andrew, anything to plug?
No.
No Instagram you want people to follow? Nothing?
Nah. Keep it
Nothing like
private.
that. Oh, someone in chat just posted Seabird Lorna's, so you can go
Nice.
click on that.
Oh, let's roast her in real time.
Sure, do it.
Shall we?
All right, here we go.
Roast her in
This is
real
what you
time.
get for plugging.
Which is it? My Instagram or Twitter?
Oh,
private.
account is private. Kylie Yamada, at least mildly confused 100% of the time.
Oh, you were good. That is solid.
Thanks. Is this my Instagram or?
That is your Instagram.
Okay, yeah. Because my Twitter should not be private, but
What's your Twitter?
the same thing.
She said that.
Gotcha. Well, I was just making sure that the listeners at home can hear it because they can't rewind right now.
Yeah.
We are live. Rafe, anything to
We're
plug?
live right now?
So live.
Fuck.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel for Shenanigans. Email us at theshenaniganspodcast@gmail.com. Maybe one day we'll have a second email.
Maybe. One day.
One day.
Sorry, we'll receive a second email. That's about it. Noah, what do you have to plug?
Just the usual plugs for me. You can follow me on Instagram at Noah Stern _. You can follow me on Twitter at Noah But No Arc. You can follow me on Snapchat at Be Gentle. You can follow me in real life. My address is 40. Oh, sorry, my mic cut out there for a second.
Oh, don't worry, mine picked it up.
Oh,
341 Dykstra. So
Um,
just knock on my door.
wow.
I'll come out. I'll say hi.
Bold.
Yeah, I'll do it.
317 River Vista.
Nice.
Okay, this is public, so
No, I'm
maybe
good.
don't do that.
No,
Ever.
please. I am asking people to show up at my
Show
door.
up, yeah.
Okay,
Anytime.
You're just digging yourself a big hole.
Oh, please.
Please don't.
I mean,
I like it in
by
this
the
hole.
time people listen to the podcast, they'll have moved out, so it won't matter.
Yeah. Can someone actually link my address in the
Yeah,
chat?
actually.
Go watch Best Days.
Go
There's
watch
my plug.
Best Days
Yeah, on
of
YouTube.
your life.
That is not the correct title, but still watch it.
No.
Is that what it's linked on YouTube? What's it linked on
See
YouTube?
if you can
Best
figure out which
days of
person
your-
I play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, that just there are some people who are regular weekly listeners of our podcast who don't know what we look like.
That's fine.
That's also their own
Really?
fault because we plug our
We're
social
not.
media every time.
We're less attractive than we sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Do you want to break that illusion?
Kylie listened to the podcast for ages and was like, "Who are these?" Probably 6 out of 10 men.
Handsome man.
Who are these handsome gentlemen?
I did binge listen to a ton of the podcasts last week. That was fun.
I think you're the only listener we have left.
Andrew listened to half of your worst episode.
I really enjoyed it.
half of our worst episodes.
All I want is Pippa to listen to an episode
That's the dream.
one day and then contact me with critiques.
All I want is for Pippa to love me.
Yikes.
You and Hannah.
Yikes. Okay, well, everybody, on that note, we're going to be signing off.
As always, we hope you had fun, and we hope we had fun. And drive safely, please.
Drive safely, everyone. Remember to stay frosty, stay cool.
Zip it up and zip it out.
We've got a wonderful show next week, every Wednesdays. Wednesdays. I forgot the time. What time are we on Wednesdays?
9.
Rafe.
Do you want to sing along to this song?
Oh, House of the Rising Sun? Well, I just figured out that I can plug in my phone and we can have stuff going all episode if we wish. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Wednesdays, 9 to 10 p.m. UCLARadio.com. Signing off. I'm Noah Stern.
I'm Rafe Burstein.
Tune in next week.
Should that be the clip I isolate this week? The bottom half of me feels all right.